Steve with Locking Security Mailbox, and this is our extra large wall-mounted locking drop box, item number JCLLXLWALL. This is constructed of 14 gauge steel. It's fairly large and it's really heavy, depending on which lock option you go with, because there's 4 or 5 different lock options. It can weigh upwards of 45 to 50 pounds, so it needs to be secured to a sound wall. If you're going to put on a sheetrock wall with studs, for example, you need to make sure you hit one of those studs in order to secure it, or you need to put some L brackets on the bottom because it is fairly heavy. The overall height and width and depth of this is it's 15¼ wide. Okay, so a large business envelope can easily fit into this. So 15¼ wide. The depth of the capacity to hold is 10½ inches, but it has a couple inches of an overhang here, so it makes the total depth 12 inches. And the reason for that is it keeps out any rain if this is installed in direct weather. And then the height of this particular one is 25¼ So again, just over 2 feet tall. Again, this is our extra large version. We do have a standard size, just a large version of this. It looks almost identical, but it's just about 24 inches tall, not quite as deep and not quite as wide. So this, again, our extra large. The opening for the drop slot for your mail, as you can see here, there's this bottom tray right here is for outgoing mail. So if you're using this as a payment drop box, you can put some blank envelopes in here. The items that are being dropped are set here, and then when you close it, it drops it down into the belly of the lockbox here, and this is where you retrieve the items out. So this has a rather large opening for mail. So the opening for the mail slot is about 5 inches high and about 14 inches wide. The tray here for outgoing mail is 13.5 inches wide, 6½ inches deep, and 2½ inches high. So you can get some fairly decent size envelopes in there, like a number 9 business envelope. But for the outgoing mail, you couldn't put, for example, like a manila envelope for the outgoing mail. It's just too big for that. So you can put small packages in this. If you're looking for something to receive, for example, items that are coming mail order like Amazon or Walmart, things of that nature, you can easily drop a fairly good size item in here. For example, if you remember telephone books, you can easily put a telephone book inside here and drop, and it's going to drop in there with no problem. In the back here are anti-phishing fingers. So what that means is if someone gets a coat hanger, for example, with something sticky on the end, and somehow they're able to get it down in there, which is going to be kind of difficult, it's going to get stuck in between these fingers, and as they try to pull it back out, it's going to knock it down. And that's really useful if this, for example, is used as a mailbox and you receive credit card statements or bank statements and you're worried about someone phishing those out to get your information. They're not going to be able to do it. If they were, it would only be in pieces because they would be tearing it out if they had something really sticky on the end. It would tear it apart before you'd really get anything out of there. So that's really handy. Again, it's really a large capacity. A small shoebox could easily fit in here. Soft envelopes, like if you're receiving a shirt, for example, from Amazon, and it's in a soft bag, they could set it here. It would drop down without any problem at all. Anti-phishing fingers are really a good feature. Also, if you're using this as a payment drop box, so if you receive rent checks, for example, and you're worried about someone phishing those rent checks out, it's going to be really difficult. Now, in the compartment here below, to retrieve your mail out, on this particular one, this has our level 5 lock on, or excuse me, our level 4. Our level 4 has the claw, and if you look real closely here, you'll see there's 4 indentured holes, and those holes allow for a claw, which is up here. When you close and lock it, those claws come down and grip into these holes and hold it locked, along with this Medeco lock that's right here. And Medeco lock is basically like a deadbolt. So this is our top security level 4, and really it's, again, you need a blowtorch and a 4-foot crowbar to get into this, and it's going to be very, very difficult. Our level 1 standard lock with a 5-pin lock on it. It's basically a cam lock. What we've done is, though, we have a 7-gauge stainless steel hook for the cam, and again, just the level 1 is a super lock. So if you're just basic security needs, it's going to go beyond that. The level 2 upgrades it to a Medeco deadbolt lock, and it upgrades to a stainless, or to a heavy-duty door, a little bit thicker door. A level 3 gets the claw lock, again, which is the additional gripping points, the 5-pin cam lock, and so that's really a strong door as well. And then I've already described the level 4, which is the Medeco deadbolt claw and the 10-gauge steel door. And then the level 5, basically all that is, that's not our highest security, but it's a combination lock. And so, for example, if you don't want to have to worry about going out with a set of keys to get your mail, there's a 3-digit lock. It has a cam on it, and you put in your combination and you turn it, and it opens and gives you access without you having to worry about bringing a key out. This comes in 5 color options. This color here is the mineral bronze. It's probably one of our most popular. Black is the #1 choice. We also have gray, white, tan, and again, this is the mineral bronze color here. It's powder coated finish, so it holds up really well in direct weather. It is made for direct weather application. And here's a little pro tip. If you're concerned, like say you're in Florida, where you're near the coast, or in California and you've got salty water, air around, you can put a coat of car wax on these. And if you apply that just like you would wax your car, do that once or twice a year. That's going to really help your mailbox to hold up even longer. When you order this and you do one of the standard locks, it comes with 3 keys. If you do the Medeco high security deadbolt lock, it comes with 2 keys. The Medeco lock, another security feature on that particular lock is that if you need extra keys, you can't just go to the locksmith and get them, which makes it very difficult for someone to duplicate the keys. So you would have to order those through us. They're a little bit more expensive, but again, that is part of the security level. This is, again, our extra large wall-mounted locking mailbox, item number JCLLXLWALL. It is one of our biggest wall-mounted, if not our biggest wall-mounted mailbox. Real high security. There are other options to do thicker steel, stainless steel. We can even do aluminum. But those are all special order items. And you can contact us at lockingsecuritymailbox.com. Email us or give us a call. We can custom make items. So if you have an item that or a mailbox or some type of a Dropbox need that you're not seeing on our site, just give us a call and we will personally walk you through the steps for us to draw it out, design it, and make you exactly what you're needing.